Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTubers. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I'm wanting to get a video out, talk about a few things here. Somebody's firing up an engine and leaving. David Ray. Anyway, had an interesting meeting today. Had a guy come over, just a happenstance, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Friend came over, brought this guy with him, and about my age. Unlike me, he's had real money and a real farm and built that up. But it was interesting that he made the statement. He says, I have been on that farm with my family for something like 20 years, and I was the first person he'd met outside of family or whatever that was like-minded. And he's been wondering how everything was going to happen and how he's going to be able to take care of his family. And he does have a greenhouse and a lot of good things going on. Got some prepping supplies and whatnot. So I wanted to just mention that. Hopefully, he actually invited me to come and visit, and I'd like to do that. It's not very far from here. So I want to mention that, and then that reminded me of a very famous, for me, situation in my life. There was a guy who I did videos. I was at his farm for a while after my divorce, who had gone through a divorce, and the government had mandated that he give up half of everything, half of the land, half of his income, half of his, he might get it, he might not, future post office retirement. And he had gotten so depressed that he was going to kill himself. And his wife, now second wife, told me one time that he was sitting there with a gun in his hand. He was going to kill himself when he started reading my book. Well, he called me the next night, late night, 10:30. I've told this story before, but said, Jerry, a friend of mine gave me your phone number, told me who he was, what he'd been going through with the divorce, basically recapped everything that I just said. And he said I was going to kill myself, and then I started reading your book. And he made the statement, he said, you are the first person that I have met in 30 years. He said, I've been an organic farmer since the very first issues of Mother Earth News. And he said, I sat here reading your book all night long, crying my heart out. He said, you're the first person that I have met in 30 years that has a vision for providing for God's people, providing food for God's people in the end times. So I'm sensing a change, and I want to verbally recap an idea that was given to me by a guy who started or one of the founders of the what was called the Christian Patriot Civil Defense League or Operation or something like that, League Association. And I've talked about it before, but I'm going to recap it real quick. The idea was we need to be able to I'm going to turn that blower off. Sorry. Okay, so get up and the cat takes your chair. Gotta move it. Very visionary. And what they preached or propounded was that